Hi guys, I believe we're good to go. We're gonna start because short presentation. I would like to start and give time for you guys to discuss as well. Uh, so first of all, good evening, good afternoon for everyone. This presentation is focused on show how CI&T achieved the top rankings on Drupal contribution, and then we're gonna show you the caveats, the trade-offs, the actions that we made to achieve that, how we keep position ourselves on top contribution ranking. But most of that we're gonna show the path and the road throughout this changing process to become not only a company that implements Drupal, but also a company that contributes with the community, with the product. We start showing about ourselves first. My name is Luis Ribeiro. I'm head of engineer of CI&T. And I will have with me presenting as well Johan Araujo, which is one of our system architects and specialists in Drupal. We have a lot of years of experience developing enterprise architecture for platforms and solutions focusing on websites to complex e-commerce platform. And we have been working together for a long time at CI&T. To give a little bit of context of what is CI&T and why this is interesting, CI&T is it's a end-to-end digital service company, consultants that supports enterprise companies around the globe, not only Drupal and other technology, but also heavily delivering projects in Drupal from simple websites, but we're mostly involved in enterprise projects, e-commerce, B2B, B2C platforms connecting with LMS. So you name it, the flavor we build or we have been building. So we have a huge arm of Drupal developers around the globe, and we have been doing that for quite time, more than 14 years implementing Drupal already. We have a global footprint. That's another important point, which means that we have developers spread around the globe, developers developing in any kind of culture, time zones, and different kind of solutions and problems. We have guys tackling and designing solutions for it. And how is our relationship with Drupal? We have, as I mentioned, a huge arm of Drupal developers, software architects, system architects. We have right now, on the last count, something around 350, going close to 400 Drupal developers, architects, and engineers around the globe. We developed so far something around 5,000 entities in Drupal, counting any kind of projects, but focusing mostly in complex projects. And we have, from an agile perspective, end-to-end employees focused in Drupal, from SM to developers, from the technical, from the management team. We have global reach, as I mentioned. We are known as one of the largest arms of Drupal, sure, or the largest one in the South Hemisphere. And we have a lot of engineers. The last count that we have 52 Acquia certified engineers, 2 grandmasters, and we have a massive boost of old cohesion, now personalization certified in CI&T. So we have a lot of footprint and engagement with Drupal in different levels. And I say, okay, if you have this kind of footprint, what is the catch here? And that's funny. In 2016, after a few years developing entities in Drupal for gigantics of healthcare and other areas, we were pretty good in project itself, but when we ranked CI&T as a top contributor, we were more than 100 below position over there. We were 125th place, and we didn't even know in the pagination Drupal marketplace, which was sad because we were doing pretty good in software development, but in order to give back to a product that we're giving a lot of things to CI&T throughout the years, we were not doing really good. And then we start to analyze and understand why that was happening and how we could change this game. And before we enter on how were the main detractors and why we have this kind of problem, it's important. I would like to share why it's good to contribute even if you are developing and getting money with Drupal. First of all, because contribution it's a core capability to become involved with open source software development. If you have an engineering team, you automatically teach them on how to follow best practices. You have automatically a learning process to make your engineers becoming more and more great and good and great engineers. So that is one point. The second point, as I mentioned already, Drupal was giving back a lot to CI&T, and we were using the product. We were having a lot of revenue with the product. Why not keep supporting the product? So that was an easy choice to focus and invest to solve that problem. And last but not least, it's some kind of free marketing publicity for you. If you're not aware, Drupal.org has a place called Marketplace, which is a showcase about who is doing great as a company with Drupal contribution. And just to have an idea, if a new company is looking for another company to support them on Drupal development and have no idea who are the players at the market, they go directly to this marketplace. And if you are well positioned over there, you will be highlighted first, of course. This is, in a nutshell, it's free publicity and new leads that are coming to us. So there are a lot of reasons for us to tackle these as soon as possible. First thing that we had to tackle here was what were the main detractors inside our company. First thing that we analyzed and found out was it wasn't clear for us, even with architects and system architects, what was the path to contribute, what is there to be contributed, and how we should engage. So we try to fix that, and we try to understand all the steps that we should do to engage with contribution. That was one of the main detractors. We need to teaching our team how to do it, and then after that, supporting it to do it. Second was team motivation. It's tough to ask them to do sometimes more than we're already asking in a software development process, which sometimes is really harsh and really aggressive. We need to find motivation and ways to engage them on Drupal contribution. So we need to figure out how we will do that. And last but not least, that is a constant challenge. Happened in the past, keep happening today, and it was basically how we found a great balance about engage them in contribution at the same time that we keep delivering projects with the timelines that were agreed and not harming the project roadmap. So those were the three main pillars that we found out that we need to tackle, and we were pretty optimistic that as soon as we start to tackle that and improve those areas, we will start to have a great result and start to grow on the rankings. I will quickly stop here and give sharing for Johan, just to make the caption working properly.
Okay.
Johan, if you want to assume for the following slides, that's it.
Okay. Let me just present it. Enable the caption. Sorry. Okay, so this is the action plan that we implemented to solve the issues that we faced, as Luis mentioned before. So the first point, we have a official training on the company for Drupal. That is a mix of custom content that we created with existing tools for training people in Drupal, like Drupalize. And as a part of it, we added the contribution piece on the official training process. So in there, not only developers can contribute back to the community, but QAs can also help by testing solutions that we fix. Documentation can be created by other people. So that would be the first step that we did to improve that. The second part is to check the metrics and results. So we follow that really close to see if we are improving and how we are contributing back to the community, how we can improve the numbers and help back. And the third part is the gamification process that we implemented to engage people, because even as a part of the official training process, not everyone will be committed to contribute back. So as a part of, as a way to engage, we implement the gamification process where we have campaigns for contribution back to communities that everyone on the company can join to contribute back and give back to the community. So after this process, we were able to see the results on 2017, where we got from below 100 position to the 6th spot, and then on the other is we keep growing. So in 2018 we got the 3rd spot, and also we got Renato as the top individual contributor on the community, among the other contributions that we have. And to 2019 we hit the 4th spot. We decreased a number, but then in 2020 we are able to hit the 2nd spot, only before Akia, and also we got 2 CI&Ters ranked among the top individual contributors on the community. So I think that's it. Luis, do you want to add something?
One thing to discuss and then open for questions if you guys ask is the important part here is how we create a process and check the metrics year by year, and we're aware about the soft spots, the areas that we could grow as a company, and a few results that we got, not only about position was important, of course, everything that I mentioned was good highlight for us, but the part that to have the feeling to have the team contributing back, making the CI&T team one of the best in the world on how to support this product that were giving us too much, and everything that we got outside from that as a company. I think that was the goal. After a few years, companies start to invest in a specific area called a Drupal Competence Office, just to keep moving forward with that, because they saw a lot of value on it. And now we are in a new wave that we're not only focus those guys alongside with the organic contribution to keep both focus on contribution, but we're making this kind of area our spot to train new developers, to have a bench to support new projects. And if they are not engaged at a time as in a new project in a month, it doesn't matter, because they'll be focused on investment, contributing back to the product and itself, helping other projects in the same time, which was the trade-off, one of the best that we got. And last but not least, you can move to the last slide. That's it, guys, for 15 minutes. I'd like to open to see if anyone have questions. Please shoot.
There's a question here, Luis. Do your staff have time during their work week specifically allocated to contribute?
Yeah, yes, they have. We run in different flows, in different paces. Sometimes we put guys focus only on contribution. For instance, if we have developers transition among other projects, and they can choose to train in new technologies or have a course or keep focus contributing back. So we have those spots filled all the time. If someone is willing to contribute back at the current project, and the planning process allow them to design a module or something at the planning process, and at the same time make something to contribute, they can use that time. And if they want to contribute, as long as it's agreed with the team, yeah, they can do that. We have different ways, and it's flexible to keep moving for that. And now it's funny, because recently I started got guys that started on just contributing. They went to projects, and now they want to get back just to keep focus on contribution. And I have guys that are focused in project, just want to have some time focused on contribution, because they got really excited with that. And one last part is that we can notice that guys that are involved with contribution from the learning path, they become specialists pretty fast, because any contribution that you have to be involved in Drupal.org, you pass through a stricted development process, and you have to follow stricted Drupal patterns to put something live, which for us is great. It's free training if you want to have really engaged on it. All right, I don't see additional questions. I will just close here saying that you have our contacts. We help companies as well that are our clients, but we are involved in the community to try to share what are the paths and the learnings, because it's a constant process. Feel free to reach out to CI&T, Johan, myself, or anyone that you see at the conference, and we're here to help. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate it, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good day. And of course, we will share all the papers and documentation later.
Yep.
Thank you. Oh yeah, one final item that is important. We have a virtual booth, CI&T. If you have additional questions, you can reach us out directly over there. It's live during the entire conference. Have a good day, guys. Enjoy. Take care.
Bye.